I am the very best that does this. The man, the myth, the legend.
Hold long and good night.
He already dead. You can send back the ambulance.
Welcome to the new era of the promo division.
I run this! You ain't got no wins in me, casa.
The face of the bWo.
Next body, please.
bWo. Better than Efed.
Target, set, bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, bWo faithful, I have missed you guys. Haven't seen you guys since March Mayhem. It is me, Jay the Menace, Jay the Ace, your reigning, defending tag team champion, pure shooter champion, the one and thus far only Grand Slam champion in bWo history, and most importantly, your host of the evening, because we are having another exciting episode of bWo Promo Division Live. Yes, I mentioned I haven't seen you guys since March Mayhem, and we haven't even really been able to recap everything that happened at that barn burner of a premium promo event. We had the semifinals of the TYS tournament, in which we found out the men who will be facing off in the finals and in the main event of Promomania Night 1, Lifeless and Franklin Benjamin. First time ever in the bWo, or probably ever, first time here. And that's all that really matters, because this show is the only one that really matters at the end of the day. They will be facing off with the vacant TYS championship in Night 1 main event. Elsewhere on the show, most importantly, really, if you really want to think about what Mayhem was about, there was a bunch of great matches, but Mayhem was really the closing chapter on Mayhem, the group that used to run roughshod all over the bWo, and Joey Ramboa and Don Krypton. Don Krypton defeating Joey Ramboa for the first time, to the best of my knowledge, and it was a hell of a match. Don Krypton continuing the claim to being one of, if not the greatest bWo champion in bWo history. And there was a lot of other great matches, but we can reminisce about March Mayhem another time. Right now, Promo Division Live here tonight. We've got some bomb-ass matches for you, don't we? Because, well, now, first of all, there's me, your pure shooter champion. In the main event, I'll be facing off against a returning Jack Sabin. Now, if you'll recall, a couple weeks ago, Jack Sabin had called out timeless Trey J Styles for the pure shooter championship. Unfortunately, he's no longer the champion, and I thought to myself, as great commissioner, I'm gonna give him that shot that he asked for. So in your main event, we're gonna have Jack Sabin versus Jay the Menace for the Pure Shooter Championship. Now, another match that happened at March Mayhem, speaking of timeless Trey J Styles, he faced off against hashtag DB Greatness. Now, if you'll recall, DB will be retiring at Promomania. But we have secured him, and it is done. There are no other challengers in the way. Yes, the main event of Promomania Night 2 is gonna be hashtag DB Greatness versus Don Krypton. Now, these two haven't faced off against each other in years, and the last time they did, it was very, very close, and it was also for the bWo Championship. So, we'll be seeing that at Promomania. But as I said, timeless Trey J Styles, he lost to hashtag DB Greatness because DB Greatness is doing the Greatness Challenge. And along with the Greatness Challenge, he has been accepting and taking on people he's never faced before, people he has faced before, some of the fan favorite matches. And we have one that we didn't necessarily get to see here in the bWo. These two faced off elsewhere in far out lands. Now, Dante Black has returned to the bWo a couple months ago, and he's done very well for himself. He faced off against DB some time ago, and he wants to do it here in the bWo for the last time. Yes, because ladies and gentlemen, in your opening contest of the evening, the Greatness Challenge, we are going to have Dante Black versus hashtag DB Greatness. I'm ready for the match. Are y'all ready for the match? Doesn't matter because it's happening right now. Fellas, send it to the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bWo. So we're not just here for a match. It's not just DB versus DB. It's not just greatness as it is versus greatness at its greatest. We're on the retirement tour of Mr. DB. And you see, DB, I find it funny that in your career and mine that we've only had to do this dance one single time. We've been oppositions one time in our entire time of knowing each other in this industry. And you can look at the list of accomplishments that you have made, the accolades that you have been able to complete to add upon your legacy, not just in bWo, but everywhere that you have walked. In Foundation, WGP, you have made your mark. You have made yourself known as one of the absolute best that there is. And you have made yourself the face, if not one of the many, of the bWo. You should really give yourself a pat on the back for that too, DB, because you've earned it. The respect that you get. You being the top dog, you deserve to be at that position because you worked your ass off for it. And when it's all said and done, when that final curtain closes behind you and you take off your boots, you take off your attire, you put them in the closet where it belongs and you walk away, you can say that you did everything. Can't you, DB? Well, that's right, except one thing. I took the one thing that would make your career absolutely flawless and perfect. And that was this. You remember this, right, DB Greatness? This was an A-List Showcase Championship that we faced in the finals. The first time me and you have ever came across each other. And you had all the momentum on your side. I was the underdog. You were the veteran going in there to take me down, to stop me from getting my moment, to shoot in my place to the moon. But what happened, DB? I walked away with this title and I've kept it here every single time to look back at, not as disgrace for you not being able to get that job done, but as a moment of respect and honor for facing you at your absolute best and me still being green in the roots like the grass that I smoke and still being able to topple you down. And now you see, DB, I've evolved, I've adapted, I've changed. Hell, this is 2 years in the bWo. I haven't walked away, I haven't stopped. This is my home, and I represent it as my home, even to the ones who don't enjoy it. I tell them to shut the fuck up, just watch the screens, be entertained by what comes out in front of them. And you, DB, you're looking to end with glorious momentum across your shoulders every single show, every single PDA, to that steps to Promomania, so that you walk out a certified, guaranteed Hall of Famer, not just in bWo, but throughout this entire industry, is the absolute best, is the one in true hashtag greatness. But I'm here to take it away from you and implant it on my name, just like I did back then. It is not going to change. This is a repeat of the history. So allow this young boy that you love to all call me sit you down at the learning tree, because I know you have your notes from the past and it brought you up to who you are today. But in these days of old that we live in now, that old stuff just doesn't work, does it? No, you see, the young and up-and-coming stars that I am, like the future that I've claimed to be, that I've proven to be, has to take you out to the pasture. Has to put you down like a dog on your final moments before you get to that golden gate and walk through them to finally state your claim. I have to put that shotgun between your eyes, I have to pull the trigger, and don't worry, I already have a plot picked out for you, DB. It's already dug up, the dirt is already there, waiting, covered with manure, with dew from the rain of the weather that has changed this platform. We're gonna lower you down in there. We're gonna have a great memorial for you. Speak words of wisdom, words of fact of what you have done. But in the end, it's gonna be one single thing. That's gonna be me standing over you as I place that final dirt on top of you, that final shovel. I have that rose and I stick it in the ground and I look to the sky and I say, DB, we will miss you. We love you. You did great. But now the true greatness is here and has arrived to take your place.
Greatness.
Shame. Timeless DB dad style taking nicknames like Thanos with the Infinity Stones. Back again to take another nickname, the greatest ever. Wait a fucking minute, that's already my name. So already I'm pissed off more than ever.
I am the very best.
Shame on you, Dante Black. Now, not to be confused, I am not one to kink shame. You can hang out with your throuple all day with Boobs McGee and the human dirt bike. I don't care, but personally to me, if you have to blow up your marriage and open it up and add another person, that just means that you're fucking boring at normal sex. You gotta throw in, whips and chains and stuff, and people think that makes you interesting, but just tells me that you just don't know how to put it in. But that is not what I am shaming you on. I am shaming you because the TYS tournament should have been in your hands. And what did you do? You let a masked man come through and take it from you. I've spent all my time with Lifeless. I've learned all of his secrets, and yet I know that a real person can come through and take it. And now he's in the main event of night 1 of Promomania. Something that you should have done. Something that a man that's defeated me can easily do. Main event, Promomania. I am a person that faces champions. I am a person that builds champions. Every person that has defeated me has gone on to reach the top of levels. TYS, world titles, king of the mic. I am not one whose loss should be taken lightly. Meeting me in the ring of promo is an honor. And you have pissed on that honor. You've done absolutely nothing with that honor. So shame on you, Dante Black. You should even change your fucking name, because I don't want to be associated with someone who has my same initials and isn't a killer. Because if you haven't known anything else, you know that I have been the standard of all the promo. I have been the archetype. I have been the model. Every person that has gone across the promo verse has done what I have done, because I laid those fucking footsteps, and my size 14 footprint is too big for any of you to fill. So now you watch as I end my career greater than any other person has ever ended it at Promomania. I'm looking at that match and I'm taking my title, and I say to you, Dante Black, and to the rest of you, follow that.
Greatness.
Oh, so that's how it is, Bobby? You didn't answer. You didn't step up. Hell, you didn't even fucking speak. You sent Jay the middleman and had him doing your dirty work, like you hiding behind the curtains, praying that nobody notices the strings attached to your spine. And that tells me everything that I need to know about you, Iceman. You're not cold. You're frozen in fear. You see, I issued a challenge, not a group project. I called you out, not your babysitter. But instead of standing tall, looking me in my eyes, and saying my name with your chest, you tucked your chin, whispered to management, and let another man do the talking for you. That ain't strategy. That's survival instinct. The survival instinct only kicks in when something dangerous walks into the room. And that something is me, Bobby. Now let's get something straight. You didn't earn this. You didn't demand this. Hell, you didn't even fucking acknowledge this. This match exists purely in spite of you, not because of you. And that right there is why you've already lost, Bobby. Because before anything even begins, you've shown the world that you don't have a backbone to stand on your own 2 feet. You're not the Iceman anymore. You're the guy who needs a cosigner just to show up. You are the human equivalent of terms and conditions, Bobby. Nobody reads you, nobody respects you, and the only reason you exist is because someone clicked accept. Now, I don't negotiate with cowards, and I damn sure don't acknowledge people who need permission to breathe. I break them, piece by piece, layer by layer, until there's nothing left but regret and reality. You made the biggest mistake of your life, Bobby. Not because you accepted this match, but because you didn't have the balls to accept it yourself. That tells me that when the pressure hits, when the lights get hot, when the moment demands a real one, you fold. But I thrive in that chaos, Bobby. I don't wait for moments, I create them. I don't rise to pressure because I am the pressure. So when it's time, don't look to Jay for help. Don't look for a way out, because the same man that you hid behind to get into this can't save you once you in it. You wanted this handed to you. Good. Because now I'm going to hand you something too. An L so loud it echoes every time your name gets mentioned. A reality check so brutal it rewrites your entire identity. And a lesson you will never forget. You don't send someone else to face a problem, Bobby, when the problem is standing right in front of you. Tick-tock, Iceman. The temperature's rising. And you're about to melt in front of the same bWo you claim to be the captain of.
Now that we got those gentlemen out of the way, we are at the end, ladies and gentlemen. And what did I tell you at the beginning of the show was going to happen at the end? In your main event, you have Jay the Menace, the man that defeated the longest reigning pure shooter champion in history, Timeless Trey J Styles, at bWo's Heart of a Shooter. On the other side, you have Jack Sabin, a man who is a former 2-time BXT champion. Now, he's done a lot out in the other Efeds, but here in the bWo, since BXT folded, we haven't seen as much of him. These two have never faced off in the bWo before, and because of that, we are excited to bring you that in the main event, because I, as the Pure Shooter Champion, told you I will be facing anybody that wants a shot against that championship. And as a good commissioner, he asked for that shot many moons ago. And you know what, Jack Sabin, thank you for being patient. So now, in the main event, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. If you are ready, and even if you aren't, it sure as fuck doesn't matter, because your main event, Jack Sabin, Jay the Menace, Pure Shooter Championship, is on right now. Gentlemen, send it to the action.
I know what you're gonna say. I already know what you're gonna fucking say, Jay. So say that fucking shit. Because I've already heard it 10 million times over. Oh, Jack Sabin doesn't amount to anything. He just go blur out nonsensical bullshit like he always does. Because the bWo hopeful is too centric-minded to figure out that you're just playing them like a deck of cards. That you're just playing them like they're just numeric codes on a damn screen. The commissioner and the Pure Shooter Champion. One and the same. Almost like a judgment of corruption. You're like mammon in the court, full of greed. What? You didn't have the lust to just be happy, to be content with what you fucking had? You didn't have nothing else to give? What, Trey J Styles wasn't enough for you? You could have just sat at your office, enjoy your relaxation, you know, something. Anything else. But then again, you're also tag team champion, so no shocker there. You're gonna always try to strive for more and more until the bWo falters, dies trying. God forbid you actually go for the bWo World Heavyweight Championship, but oh wait, Don Krypton will always shut that shit down for you. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna sit here and let you rag on my own name. So listen up, bitch. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I am Jack, the Risen Ace Sabin. Put my respect in your name. Because you see, all I simply wanted was the purest fight possible. The purest shooter possible. You know who was that? It wasn't you. It was Stephen Faison, the young gun. It was A motherfucking P. It was Trey J Styles. Elegance is beauty and beauty is elegance. But you know the way they say? Ignorance and bliss is a sea of fools. And you're just ignorance personified. Vilified. Extraordinized. Because you want to blind these idiots because they're too brain rotten to figure out that you're just taking everything away from them. You're too greedy to figure out your own good. You want to try and be something you're not. You want to try and actually help the bWo. No. The bWo is better than the Efed. The bWo is the hopeful obedient. And I'm the one that bleeds, sweats, and fights for the bWo. While you sit in the office, type in your little computer, drink your Chardonnay bottles, popping them bottles like you're Lil Wayne. Because at the end of the day, you're just holding that championship hostage. I will punch my ticket. I will make a name for myself the way I do best. And I won't go down unless you put that gun in my fucking head and blow the motherfucking trigger. Because I'm the Risen Ace who will put your asses to place. Now, Jay, I hope Lucille's ready. Because I'm going to swing that bat and break your fucking head with it. And that's my God, honest truth. I'm sorry for your damn luck.
Oh no. I was just hosting another episode of bWo Promo Division Live and something put me to sleep ever so quickly. What could it have been? Well, I guess I'll check my book. Oh, okay, it was just a Jack Sabin promo. Well, if you've seen one Jack Sabin promo, you've basically seen them all. Am I right? Jackie, baby, what are we doing here? 7 months ago, we had this match, right? I gave you a foolproof blueprint and an idiot's guide to follow that so detailed and meticulous that a fucking blind nigga could follow it to get to the end result and butter my ass and call me a biscuit. Did you say fuck off to that advice? And it pisses me off, man, because I pay a little bit of attention to what you do. I paid attention to your career. I watch other shows. No, I don't, but I pay attention to the locker room, and I know that you just recently beat Mac Millie. You just beat Mac Millie. Come on, man, that's amazing. Round of applause for you. Now that lets me know, without a shadow of a doubt, a broken clock is right at least twice a day. I've seen you win one match here. I know you've won that match, so womp womp. Sorry, you're probably not going to win until tomorrow. And it let me know that Mac Millie's not going to waste his gold mic against me. There's no way. Because, I mean, come on. You don't lose to Jack Sabin in the same lifetime that you beat Jay the Menace. And I don't think there's enough fun fucking french fries in the bWo to make you beat me. So, I'm sorry. Again, womp womp. Not going to happen. I give you this free game. And I like to think that you're a smart man. But I don't know. You're kind of proving me wrong. Because if you think about it. Now, follow me for a second. If man had the ability to immediately rise up after death, I'd like to think that you could take a smart man, kill him 100 times, and that nigga should rise up with at least 99 new lessons by the end of it. Wouldn't you agree? Doesn't matter. You've proven to not be a smart man. I gave you this advice, and why did I even give you advice, right? Well, I'll be honest with you. I like you. Why do I like you? Those crash outs. Oh my God, the crash outs were fucking exquisite. Oh, you would be in a match. You'd be so outclassed. You so very clearly lost. Your opponent knows you're lost. The judges know you lost. The locker room knew you lost. And you would have the fucking audacity to be surprised. And then you go into the locker room, kind of bitch about it. Go into other locker rooms, kind of bitch about it. Come here, crash the absolute fuck out. And boy, was I there tuning in, loving every single minute of it. You crash out and you kind of tweak your character, do the same thing, lose, crash out again. Then you kind of tweak your character. You had that one promo where you kind of threatened to kill yourself, I think, and you called us niggas or something. It was crazy. It was a wild time. It's like a year ago. Who fucking remembers? But you did all that, and I was just like, you know something? God damn it, I put on L Block and Mark Phillips. I like this nigga, man. And then you left. Which leads me to believe that maybe you didn't follow the advice that I gave you a couple months ago, right? You kind of popped back in here, and I had to ask you, and I'm glad that you came, because I needed to start somewhere if I was going to build this title back up. So I figured I'd start at the bottom. But look at the 3 pieces of advice that I gave you. Work on your attitude, work on your content, and work on your look. Now, like I said, you've been gone. So I don't know if your attitude got better, but I'm pretty sure your attitude about promos didn't change, because we watched your promos from 2 years ago. It's probably the same bullshit that we still get today. Your content, I don't know if that got any better, and realistically, until you start putting captions at the bottom of your screen, I'm not gonna know, because you still sound like Scooby-Doo licking peanut butter. So, And then there's your look. Now, hey man, you're close to being a handsome guy, but I'm still 100% confident we couldn't get a rake through that fucking hair. You do those 3 things, and maybe you would have at least been good enough to get me to stand the fuck out my chair, because it's the same chair I dog walked Trey J Styles in. It's the same chair I just dog walked Jack Sabin in. And hell, you know something? Unless Grayson Lee gets a lot fucking better, it's the same chair I'm gonna dog walk his bitch ass in at fucking Promomania, where I will still be the pure shooter champion, because today ain't your fucking day. Pure shooter division, I told you niggas I'm holding this title for a very long time, and if I gotta start from the bottom of the fucking barrel, that's you, Jack Sabin, I'll do that. Until then, thanks for coming to this pure shooter exhibition. Bang! And your winner, Jay the Menace. And with an impressive score. Look, I feel like that was a little bit higher, but you know, I'm obviously biased, but that's neither here nor there. Jack Sabin, thank you for showing up. And Jay, god damn it, you're handsome. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We are done with the first of the final 2 PDLs before bWo Promomania. And because we have the go home episode of Promo Division Live in 2 weeks, we're gonna make sure that we stuff that with a shit ton of good, high quality content for you. Because we are going to hear from somebody that knows our bWo champion better than anybody. Because for those of you who've been watching and paying attention to the product, next week, Don Krypton will officially be the longest reigning bWo champion in history, and that is one hell of a milestone. So we are going to hear from that person. We may hear from the bWo champion himself, who knows? But as far as matches go, we will of course have the #greatness challenge. Who is going to face DB one last time, or for the first time? Who's going to be the last person to face him before his bWo championship match at Promomania? And elsewhere on the card, I felt that it was only right, because I am going to defend that Pure Shooter Championship again. And I'm going to do it against one of my longest rivals in Efed. And it is crazy to say this out loud, but I'm going to do it. Buckshot. You know what? I'm going to give you one last go. Buckshot, he's ready to be done. He's ready to hang up his boots. But you know what? I'm not ready to let him do that until he faces me one last time for that championship. And you know something? We might put a little more extra stipulations on it. I don't know. We'll do the contracts and we'll make it all work out. But Hashtag DB Greatness Challenge, the Pure Shooter Championship, and you know what else? You know what else? I like to defend all my championships. You guys have not seen the beautiful blue tag team title belts in just a little too long, and that is the reason why. If you will recall, at last year's Promomania main event, night one, there was the first ever in the bWo triple tag team championship match. Yes, 3 tag teams. Smart Psychology, the GOP, and ATM all faced off in the main event of night one. And you know something? For the spirit of that, we do not currently, myself and ATM, the current reigning defending tag team champions, we don't have a challenger yet at Promomania, and we're gonna decide who that is, because we are gonna have another 3-way tag team championship #1 contenders match, and that is going to be between Dante Black and Vita. On one end, on the other end, we're going to have the Reunited Nations. I believe that's what the Purge calls his team. It'll be Purge and his partner, Marcus, and the former tag team champions, the Era of Reality. They will be facing off in a 3-way tag team championship match. And you know something? Hell, I'm gonna even throw this little extra stipulation in there. You know what? Y'all can all bring whoever the hell you want. Because yes, we've been talking about it in the back, and we know there was a whole crazy thing with more people showing up to a tag team match a couple years ago. And you know something? Vita, Dante, you guys bring whoever the hell you want to that match. EOR, you guys bring whoever the hell you want to that match. Reunited Nations, you guys bring whoever the hell you want to that match. Those 3 teams will be facing off, and the winner will be facing ATM at Promomania for the bWo Tag Team Championship. If that's not gonna be a goddamn good go-home episode of PDL, I don't know what is. And again, on top of that, the longest reigning bWo champion, unless a certain someone decides to cash in his golden mic. I don't know. Don't know how that man thinks. And honestly, we haven't heard from that man in a little while. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another exciting, fun episode of Promo Division Live. I've been your host. You guys have been amazing as always, and I will see y'all in 2 weeks.
It seems like nobody in the bWo likes me. When that's a shame, because since the moment that I've been here, all I've been trying to do is fix y'all shit with a little bit of the aggression and positivity. But since y'all don't like me, it's all good. Fuck all y'all. I am no longer here asking for shit. I'm not even making demands. Y'all know the type of energy I'm on around this time of year, and I'm here to take shit. I'll let y'all have y'all fun at Mayhem. Speaking of Mayhem, I'm about to call some right now. Don Krypton, I see you found your way back over to the foundation. Well, let's talk about my foundation here in the bWo and where we've gotten ourselves to right now. Fuck you, Don. You followed that other man who should be running this company the way that I said over there. And if you're confused about who I'm talking to or talking about, well, America, I got to tell you, he's something like a reverse Uncle Ruckus, no relation. But anyways, back to you, Don. Congratulations. You earned yourself your keep, I guess. But seeing you over in the foundation reminded me of something that I just had to retract back into my mind and revisit over here. The last time we met, we ended in a tie. So you best fucking believe that your head better be on a fucking swivel, because I'm going to guarantee right here, right now, that I'm spinning the block. Speaking about spinning the block, Trevor, you another man that I tied with, that I should have beaten. So right here, right now, I'm calling you out. Cause we ain't seen you like we ain't seen the next man that I'm about to call out, that I've been calling out. Trevor, I never disliked you, but now I simply have a problem with you. Because Mr. Green Screen, you're not fucking with me. So at Promomania, I want you on night one. Muster up any courage that you got left within you, King. Because if you thought that you was getting rid of me with that fucking tie, like the man that sits on top, you got another fucking thing coming, and it's called the Prophecy, King Macmillan, so buckle up. Speaking of the next man that I've been calling out this whole fucking time since I've been here, Mr. bWo, Sketch, Lucas, Prima Donna, you fancy bitch. I tell you what, when Promomania comes around, I'm definitely gonna have a whole lot to fucking say to you. Because it's always up from here with each and every last single one of you. It don't matter who I get or when I get them, but I'm telling you now, Promomania is going down. Starting with you, Trevor. Night one, and then night two, Mr. bWo, you better show the fuck up. And then when I'm done with y'all, who knows? Maybe I'll just spin the fucking block and collect what was always supposed to be mine. I will fucking shine. This company will fucking die without me on top. Don't believe me? Just watch.